Hi everyone, I just got another package in from the Designers Crafts Connections, and this one is from a company called Rinea, R-I-N-E-A. That's the brand name, and the major name is called Global Crafting. So let's take a look. I absolutely love when I get letters. This is just amazing, and it just talks about a few things that are going. So this is from the company. The owner's name is Diane. And basically she says a few pointers about Rinea is that it does not work in the Cricut machine. So that's a new thing. Alcohol inks work great. It works great with punches. All glues work great on it, and have a good time. So let's take a look. I'm going to pop these open. So in here you can see this is a paper. This is a glossy paste paper. There's a plain and there's an embossed finish, and it acts kind of like a metal, but it's not. So let me show you. So these are the two types, and you can see these are the purples, and I'm just going to kind of show you up close. So here's the embossed. This is the embossed side, and this is just the glossy side, as you can see. And the other side of the purple is a gold. The other side of the embossed is more embossed. So these ones are all the exact same color, and you can see there's quite a few of them, and they all have this really pretty embossed star on them. Look how gorgeous that is. And so it looks like we've got purple, silver, pink, green, bronze, blue, red, gold, looks like a pastel blue and a pastel pink. Now, as you can hear, it sounds like I'm moving metal around. It has kind of a metallic thing, so they kind of stay in the shape that you put them in. If you bend it, it's going to stay bent, so it's going to keep its shape for a long period of time, which is really kind of fun. You know, this one's even a little bit more pliable than that one. This one stays a little bit better. So look, see how I'm rolling it? I think because it's embossed, it may not stay as strong, but this one acts almost as if it's like a tin foil, but it's not doing that wrinkly thing where it sticks to itself and then it just gets kind of to be a mess. So it's really kind of a neat effect. I will say though, once you kind of crease it, so here I'm doing a really big crease, it stays. The crease is there. I really don't think you can kind of get that out, but that adds a neat effect to it. So in the plain colors, we have purple on gold, we have the copper on gold, we have blue on gold. I have an extra blue on gold, that's cool. You have green on gold, you have gold on gold. This feels almost a little thicker. Here we have copper on copper, we have silver on silver, we have red on gold, here's another silver on gold. Oh, and then here's the other purple. So that's kind of cool. There's a lot of different varieties, and they're all listed up here. It says up here what they all have. So silver, matte gold, copper, so forth. So that's really kind of fun. They come in a whole bunch of different packs. You can get solid packs or variety packs, I think. I'll have to take a look at the website to see exactly what they all are about, but it's really kind of a neat thing. So I'm going to play a little bit and see what these are all about. So it says not to use a Cricut, but this is punches work. So let's try that out. We have an EK punch. This is a small EK punch. I want to see how well that works. This is a Martha Stewart punch that actually has some design in it. This is one of the, instead of a straight down punch, this one actually is a handle grip punch. So we're just going to try some various types, and let's just go on the purple since I already started kind of playing with that. I always turn my punches upside down when I do them, and look at that. It punches through like it's paper. Oh my gosh. Takes a little bit to get out, but I have that same problem with my paper. Ooh, now I want to try something. I love playing with flowers, and I love punching flowers and seeing what's going to happen. And this is really cool how you can probably take this. Look at that. You could do this like nested twisting. Oh, I already have so many cool ideas for this. Look at that. I'm kind of twisting it. Cool. And it gives you that dual color. That's so pretty. And then you can punch another one. And this time you could turn it the other way and pinch it so you can see the gold as you spin it. You have to be careful because this paper, I think, does rip. It's got the I'm feeling like I'm almost about to rip it. So yeah, I mean, it's got paper on the inside, but it's got kind of like a metallic outer sheath, which is very cool. I'm loving that. So look, now you can take these two little flowers, kind of nestle them into each other. Look how cute. And this is just one small example of something you can do with this paper. And this is just, it's like any other paper really, but it has these neat properties. All right, so we've tried that punch. Let's try the twisting punch. I'm gonna end up using all my purple. But you know what? I'll probably end up making a flower with all this. That's pretty cool. So here's the, ooh, I'm gonna do two because I'm gonna end up making a flower with this little guy. I don't know what I'm gonna put the flower on, but I'm gonna make it on something. So there's two of those. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna kind of twist the edges. I love making little nesting flowers, and this just adds the fun kind of sparkle to it all. It's really cool. So all I'm doing is I'm just kind of twisting the edges. This time, instead of having purple up, I'm gonna have the gold up. And if you did the same color, like if you did gold on gold, that would look really pretty. You could take glue and add some sparkle to the end. You know, all things are possible. This is just another fun way of kind of playing with your punches, but this is kind of a different kind of a type of paper. Look at that, we're making a really pretty little flower. Starting to kind of nest itself up there. I love doing nested flowers, and there's punching through absolutely great. So here's another one. These ones I'm going to kind of ball up. One of the things I always have to do with my other flowers when I do regular paper is I have to get them wet. Otherwise they will lose their shape and they'll kind of fall flat over time. This stuff doesn't want to fall flat. It's staying wonderfully. So look how cute. It's a little flower, and that's just with the purple. I could actually punch one more just to have a base. Oh, if I'm going to do that, I got to do two, because I got to have a gold side too. And there it is. I haven't even glued this down, and I already love it. Look at that. How pretty. It'll look better once I glue it, because it won't be so lumpy looking. But let me show this up higher so you can really see it. And look. Very pretty, and there's so many different colors that you can do. I'm going to get my glue out right now. I'm just going to use some mixed media glue and start kind of gluing these things in place. So all you do is just layer it up. See how well this takes the mixed media glue. Probably just fantastic. Okay, add one of my other layers. So I'll take one of the big flowers. There we go. And I'm not worried if I do two different colors that are different. I'm fine with that. Ooh. I want it to have a little bit of 3D-ness. Cool. And I'm going to take the two, the snowflake, and I take all kinds of punches. I don't necessarily take the ones that are meant to be a certain thing or it has to be a certain way. If it's kind of a shape that looks like a flower, I'm going to use it for a flower. Layering it in. The glue dries clear, so I'm not worried about, there we go, how the glue is going to kind of show up if it kind of bubbles over or gets in there. So adding some dimension here. I'm going to add my little guy now. And if you want to get out a little pointer or something to kind of help, because these are getting squishy kind of in the center here. If your fingers are having a hard time, you can use the tip of your glue and add a little bit to our little tiny topper. You could also add a gem in the middle here. That'd be really pretty. And look at that. Just easy old glue, nothing fancy glue. My Beacon Mixed Media. Oh, now I got it on here. Ugh, my mat has seen better days. Give it a minute for the glue to dry, and there we go. Really pretty little flower. I love that. It's gorgeous. This would be really pretty on the side of, you know, your cards or whatever. It just adds a little sparkle and shine. It's not just your plain matte paper. It actually has some really cool dimension. So this is a corner punch. This one is by Martha Stewart, and you just kind of pop it in the corner. You can kind of see where it's at. You push it right in the corner, punch. Look at that. How pretty is that? Works great, and works great both ways. So this can be punched. I've used very, fine punches, and I bet if a punch worked, a die cut would work just fine. So even your wafer thin dies or your big block dies, or the Tim Holtz dies, all of these would probably work phenomenal with that. But I want to find out next, and since I'm using this one paper here, is how well I can add distressing to it. Yeah, it's taking it well. So you can kind of treat this in it, because it's got paper on the inside, so it's acting like a paper, but it does have a metallic feel. It's a very different kind of quality. So I know one of the other things that you can do is, like we said, you can roll it up. So it's kind of a neat effect, because you can take it, think about it, you punch it, and then you can roll it into whatever shape you wanted to, and it stays. Add a little tiny bit of glue. You don't even have to add glue, and it kind of stays in that shape, which is really fun. I'm gonna try something real fast. I know I don't have a perfect corner here, but I'm just playing. I have 2 little corners here. I've seen where people do this a lot on their scrapbook pages, where they'll punch something and then they'll add this kind of cool little corner where you pull it back, but you always have to kind of glue it and stuff. Well, you can have the same effect where you can punch it and then you roll it in on itself, and you have this really cool little kind of border corner that you can roll in and see how it's staying. Now, it can get flattened over time. I mean, this can get smushed, but so can regular paper. So just kind of be careful with that. So that's pretty awesome. I'm sure that you can get there's certain stamps that would stamp onto this and not wash off. I think any of the markers that would work on anything that's kind of a glossy paper, this would have the same effect. So all in all, this is really kind of cool. There's lots of things that you can do with it, and it would keep its form and not act like paper, but not. It's like paper on steroids. And lots of fun colors. Look at that. And because there's a different color on the back for some of them have the same, and some of them have alternate colors. That really makes a cool thing. And this, I'm guessing, would do the same thing. Let's just try the one punch real fast. Let's try one of the heart punches. Or not heart, sorry. Flower punch. Yeah, and there it is. You could do layers of flowers like this. This turns and keeps its shape just like the others. You know, you could even do a different flower shape, so you could pinch it in this way and it would keep no problem. Look at that. Very pretty. Oops. Very cool. So lots of really cool, neat effects with this one. This is just a single-sided color though, but it has a neat texture to it. So lots of fun. This paper is called Rinea. R-I-N-E-A, and it has lots of really neat properties. So thanks for stopping by. Check out, we're going to have a blog coming up in November with Designer's Craft Connection and the Rinea paper foil, or Rinea foil. Here it is, Rinea by Global Crafting. You can kind of see that right there. And all the really cool colors that it comes with, so lots of fun. This is a 10-sheet pack with selected colors. That's pretty fun. And that's about it. So thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.